Hello, glaciers. Welcome to my first painting video on my channel. I'm just gonna be painting. I might talk while I paint. I might not. I honestly don't know yet. I don't know what I would talk about while I paint, but I'm sure I'd find something. This isn't a painting tutorial, by the way. I want to make that very, very clear. I'm not teaching you how to oil paint. I'm not teaching you how to paint with acrylics or gouache or watercolor. No. This is not that. This is just me vibing, so yeah. Anyways. I'm gonna get started. So the reason I put on straight oil paint and then put on the paint thinner over it was to get this effect right here versus if I would have put the paint thinner on the oil and then done stuff, which I could have gotten a similar effect, but it wouldn't have been as fluid, if that makes sense. Like, it's still very fluid, don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't have been the effect I was going for. Plus, I find it fun doing it that way. I know a lot of oil painters will be like, mix your colors, the colors are too vibrant and stuff. But I find that that doesn't apply as much with abstract art. Like, I will still mix my colors, but I'm not as worried about it as like someone who's painting a human or a still life of food or something like that. You know, it's still important to get the right colors and right tones and shades, but it's not as important as in, like, if it's too bright, it could ruin the whole piece. Anyways, now that I'm done playing around with that, I'm going to paint the sides of the painting. Nice purplish color. If I can make that nice purplish color, that is. Might end up being a little bit more brown than purple, but let's add some white. And that is definitely what I would like to paint the sides with. So I'm just showing you how I paint the sides. I don't know if that's like the professional way to do it. I don't know if you're supposed to paint the sides before you even start painting on the canvas. And personally, I don't really care. Like, yes, I want to be like a professional artist, but that also comes with me having fun doing what I'm doing, you know? I don't need to, I shouldn't need to paint exactly how every other artist paints. In order to be a professional artist, I should be able to paint how I want to paint and be a professional artist. So right now I'm using oil paints. In the future though, I'll probably like do a lot of like acrylic and practicing in acrylic, simply because I'm more experimenting with oil paints myself versus acrylic, which I have done a lot of acrylic paintings versus my oil paintings. But I have a few oil paintings that I'm really, really proud of, especially the ones that I've made as of recording this video today. I'm gonna get some more thinner, simply because I need this to be able to do that. I'm not too worried about like what's going on in the sides bleeding over into the canvas, clearly. I'll be able to paint over it pretty easily. Oh, just so you know, I have no idea what size canvas I'm painting on. I lost where the size measurements were for the canvases. So I consider this to be a small canvas. And I'll show you what I view to be a medium-sized canvas later on in the video. Also, painting the sides is a new thing for me. I don't know why I was so averse to it earlier. I knew I just didn't want to do it for some reason, but it actually helps pop out the painting more. A lot of artists will paint the sides black, which is a good choice. Especially if you're dealing with like brighter colors, because it helps pop the painting more. It makes it look more vibrant. And then other artists will choose to let their paintings go over the edge, and that's also really cool because it makes it look like there's even more to the painting. I personally like just finding a kind of muted color and then painting the sides. Also, galleries are more likely to accept you if you have your sides painted versus if you don't. They very much like those painted sides. Okay, I need to make more of this color. White. And paint thinner. Also, for the paint thinner, a lot of artists will use turpentine. It's common. I'm using Gamsol simply because it's scentless. So, it's scentless, so it doesn't like stink up the whole room, and you have to have like a separate space just to like oil paint. also, you will be seeing this painting a whole 2 weeks before my Tumblr or Instagram peeps see this painting about. Because I don't think I'm gonna have to do too much editing for this video. Like, I will have to do a little, obviously. But I don't think I'm gonna have to, like, edit out words or phrases or anything like that. And voila, the sides have been painted. So the next color I'm going to use is going to be, well, first I'm going to use some more blue. And I've decided I'm going to kind of mute this blue. So I'm going to be mixing some yellow and some red into it. It's still blue, but it's not as vibrant. Hopefully you'll be able to see the difference. Oh yeah, see that? It's much darker than the others. And I could lighten it up if I wanted to, but I don't want to. And now I'm gonna lighten it up because I need something lighter. I'm not too worried about the paint getting too thick right now. And you'll see why in a minute. Ooh, that's a nice, like, grayish blue right there. And we'll be adding touches of yellow and red here and there with a palette knife in a bit. And those will not be those colors will not have any paint thinner on them until after I'm done with the palette knife. Again, keep in mind this is towards the beginning of the painting, so we're nowhere near done. Okay, that's fine. Then more yellow. And now, just gotta find this guy. We are going to be adding a lot of paint thinner to this. And it's hopefully gonna have a cool effect. It had a cool effect in the first one that I did something similar to this with. So, I wanted it to be me. Okay, we're gonna just clearly, I should have been a little bit less generous with that's fine. It's actually not too bad. If I can just add some more paint thinner, it'll be fine. Be sure to keep in mind that I need to add less red next time because of how much red that is right there. So I'm going to get as much paint off this brush as I can. And we're gonna go over this blue instead. There we go. This is more of what I wanted. I think I just put a little bit too much red there. That's what I'm thinking. But that's fine. You can still see like some of the general shapes. Like I know that looks like a red blob right there. We'll be fixing that in a few. Again, we're just vibing and having fun. This isn't like a you have to do this way. In fact, I'm probably doing it all wrong. Okay. I don't care about how my brush strokes look right now. It's mostly going to be hidden up. I do need my palette paper to, however, stay on the paper. Okay, now we can start. Again, there's a lot of paint thinner here, so I think yellow would show up better here. Yeah, it does. And then just gonna go over some areas over here with more blue. So it looks like a chaotic mess right now, but I guarantee you it's going to look amazing when it's done. So I think the first one that we're going to do in medium is we're actually going to do white in medium. Or as white as we can get in a medium color. Or with the medium touch to it. There's still like a lot of turpentine, or not turpentine, gamsol. So it's not as thick as it would be without it like this. But you can see how it's thicker than the background, which is what we need. Ooh, I kind of like the blue highlights there. Might just do this. Get more. Yeah, I like that. And then just so that way we don't lose these guys over here. Because of the amount of paint thinner we have on here, I'm not overly worried of the oil paint getting too thick, but I'm also trying to avoid that at this point because I am using medium instead of paint thinner. Okay, I like how that's turning out. So I need a smaller brush like you. Let's get all the gamsol off of you that we can. If you want to see previous artworks, I'd recommend going to my Tumblr or my Instagram. My Tumblr is Glacierruler and my Instagram is gqglacier. Thank you. Gonna get some blue now. We're gonna mix it with yellow and a bit of red. This needs a little bit more blue. Gonna add some medium to that. And go here. Okay, that's nice. As you can see, it looks a whole lot better than the mess that it was when we first started. One of the good things and bad things about oil is that it takes forever to dry. It's nice because you can continue to reform and reshape it until like you're done. However, it also takes forever to dry, so when you're done you have to wait like a month for it to dry. I have to wait a little bit less than that usually, but around a month is usually when I know for a fact that it's dry. gonna take straight oil now, like, and add it here. So you can see it's really, really thick. It's not as thick as it would be considering this whole thing is covered in paint thinner. And so it's a little bit easier for me to move around. But at the same time, if it was thicker, it'd be easier for me to slowly shape it instead of worrying about it running. Need more blue oil paint because I used up all of the one on this palette paper. Get a light blue if we can. There we go. That is the color that I want. And now all that's left to do is to sign it. So because there's not a lot of yellow, we're going to be using yellow to sign it. And done. Here, I will carefully pick this up and show it to you. I'm calling this piece Ember. Thank you for watching.